Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." On the final road toward Jerusalem, near the gates of Jericho, a blind man's cry pierced the air. People told him to be quiet, but he would not stop. He only cried out louder. That day, his eyes were opened, not only the eyes of his body, but also the eyes of his soul. Luke 18:35-43 is brief, yet it echoes through the centuries. As Jesus passed through Jericho, a blind beggar sat by the roadside. When he heard that Jesus of Nazareth is passing by, he shouted, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." The title Son of David was not a mere expression of respect, it was a confession of faith. It proclaimed Jesus as the promised Messiah. The disciples, though they had heard Jesus predict his suffering, still failed to understand. But this blind man, unable to see with his eyes, recognized with the sight of his heart who Jesus truly was. People rebuked him, urging him to be silent. Yet, as the Greek text suggests, he kept crying out again and again. His persistent voice mirrors the early church's witness. In an empire where confessing Christ over Caesar could mean persecution, believers still proclaimed the gospel all the more boldly. Amid the noise of the crowd, Jesus stopped. He asked for the man to be brought to him and said, "What do you want me to do for you?" The blind man answered, "Lord, I want to see." Then came the words that changed everything. "Your faith has saved you." The Greek verb here implies an action completed in the past whose effects endure in the present. It was not only a healing, it was a new creation spoken into being. Instantly his eyes were opened, light rushed in, the world looked as though it had been made new. Yet the deeper miracle was not what he saw, but how he now saw. His vision of the world and of himself was transformed. Jericho was more than a city. In the Old Testament, it was the first stronghold that fell by God's power alone, the gateway into the Promised Land. By setting Jesus' final journey through Jericho, Luke shows that the cross and resurrection will become God's ultimate victory. The opening of one man's eyes foreshadows the opening of salvation for all humanity. Today we, too, stand on that road to Jericho. Perhaps, surrounded by the noise of the crowd, we have quietly closed the eyes of our hearts, yet Christ still stops, still calls us by name, and still asks, "What do you want me to do for you?" May our answer be the same. "Lord, I want to see," not merely to see the world, but to see you clearly, and once we do, our feet will surely follow where your steps lead.